and then I just came down and Djokovic is playing Sinner. So I thought the two were playing at night, but yeah, it makes sense. You have an afternoon match, and then you have an evening match. And Djokovic, yeah, I don't know, he lost his opening serve, so Sinner up 2-love. So I'll just have to check the. I'll just have to check the calculator, the predictor. Let me just bring up the predictor.
We go to surfers. Paradise. Yeah.
Should be able to get this all on the one screen on my yoga Lenovo. It's a Yoga Slim 7i Pro, a laptop. So just putting in. Okay, just putting in now.
I think it gets better as it goes up.
I don't know. Karen's kind of suck. Did you like it? I like Karen's. Like it didn't suck, but it wasn't my favorite. It's very nice. I just feel like that's the one place. Like I don't know.
I like my set. So I did 2 days in no and then 2 days in sleep, which means great because I have my back. Oh, I don't prefer things. So in window, no maths.
It's breathing. It's just so fantastic.
I know, I'm injuring myself. The guy picked me up and then he tripped.
Okay, 71.4% from the outset. Djokovic.
So for a few days.
But again, this was done about 6 months ago. I haven't updated, but Sinner up 3-love. So Djokovic on serve 30-love. Djokovic 58.6% to win the match. So getting down that break is what's that? 15%. Sinner 76.5% to win the set. Just having a herbal tea.
Is it feeling better or is it feeling the same?
Definitely.
And so from the outset, yeah, so Djokovic 65.4% to win a point on serve, and Sinner 61.8% to win a point on serve. So you can see that. I think about a 1% difference on serve equates to about a 7% chance of increase of winning the match, roughly, at least for the first the percentage points. Obviously, as it gets greater, it's gonna sort of diminish, but typically around about a 7%. So the most likely outcome is actually for Djokovic to win 24.9%. 25 Djokovic 24.6%, and for Sinner, his mostly outcome is actually to win 5, 15.2 compared to 15.1 for Sinner to win in 4 sets. Okay, so 30 all changes the dynamic a little bit. Hang on. Putting the wrong scoreboard there. 30 all. Yeah, 57.4% now. Djokovic in the match. In fact, Sinner's got another break here, so I don't know what's going on. I think I want Djokovic. So Djokovic 55.7% to win the match. To win the game, Djokovic 51.1%. What's that? 10, 11, 12, 13 ball bounces. Yeah, when he gets nervous, he just tends to bounce the ball a ridiculous amount. I Sinner is a dark horse, yeah. quite a good sort of, quite a good mental game, Sinner. Handles the pressure quite well, and he's consistently. I have to look at his record, but he seems to be consistently getting to the quarters, semis in Grand Slams. Where's he from? Italy? What's that green, white, and red? Is that Italian? I guess so. I'm just charging my. I'm using my laptop, charging my phone. The phone got down to about 55 point something battery. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Good.
he just missed like just a sitter, a backhand by Djokovic to take it back to juice. I mean, he doesn't miss those sort of points. So I don't know. I think it's just games all over the place. I don't know. Could it be the pressure? I don't know. 25. I mean,
Bloody hot in there.
so it could be a long match.
Because everyone was
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah, everybody was on. In my ass, everywhere, bloody heat everywhere. That's why if you're working in the kitchen. I was working in the kitchen where heat continues.
Let me just look at Encore.
Morning foot. And in here, we're in Mario.
See some of the sort of the head-to-head performance, or some of the history between Djokovic and Sinner. So Sinner is from Italy. That's what I thought. I don't know. I think I just remember the green, white, and red was the Italian flag. So Djokovic leads 5 matches to 2. And in fact, Djokovic won the first 4, and then Sinner actually in the 23 ATP finals, Robin match, Sinner won 3 sets, 3 close sets actually, a couple of tie breaks in there, and then Djokovic beat Sinner actually in the final of the ATP last year, straight sets, 6-2, 6-3. But their most recent match was a Davis Cup. On the 25th of November 2023, Sinner beat Djokovic 6-2, 2-6, 7-5. I don't know, maybe form going a little bit with Sinner. I don't know. At least in the last 3 matches, Sinner's won 2 out of 3, but Djokovic did win the big one in the final. But back in 2021, they played the first match 29th in Adelaide of January, and Djokovic beat Sinner. I don't know, 6-3. I date the drive. I don't even know what that means. Maybe it was just an exhibition match. I've got no idea. I've never seen a scoreline of just 1 set. But anyway, but Djokovic leads 5-7. They played once on hard court. Djokovic won that match. Indoor hard, well Sinner leads 2-1, and Djokovic won the match on clay, and he also won the 2 matches on grass, which was actually 2 matches in Wimbledon, 2022, 2023, where Djokovic beat Sinner at quarters and semis. And that's what I'm saying. So Sinner is typically making the quarters semis in all Grand Slams. But then again, so did David Ferrer. In fact, wasn't he seeded 4 or something for such a long period of time and could never beat Djokovic, could never beat Federer, could never beat Nadal. He would just consistently. So is Sinner just another David Ferrer, or could he potentially beat Djokovic in this match? Hopefully not. I mean, Djokovic's going for 25. let's just sort of zoom in a bit. Let's just have a look at sort of Djokovic. Djokovic overall performance. Okay, so Djokovic 85% of matches overall in his career. Pretty impressive stuff. Won 356, lost 60. Where's his best surface? Well, clearly hard court, or even grass. Hard court, 87%, and grass actually 93%. He's only lost 3 matches on grass. Maybe a little bit of low sample, but yeah, only lost 3 matches on grass. Most likely, I'd have to look at probably Wimbledon. And so clay 81%, slightly down from average as you'd expect on clay, and indoor hard coming in 83%. And so I could bring up Nadal. What's Nadal winning? Nadal would probably be slightly down from 85%, but obviously be greater on clay. And so Djokovic, 24. Well, he's only lost 1 match in 24, and that was to Dimina in the United Cup. So maybe that's why everyone was talking up Dimina. He beat Djokovic. And, it was a United Cup. I mean, and yeah, and Dimina won 6-4, 6-4 against Djokovic. But last 5 matches, it's just been on Djokovic. But that's of course been Australian anyway. So. But yeah, coming into the Australian, Djokovic lost his match against him prior to the Australian. And so the 3 matches. Yes, he lost to Alcaraz. He lost to Alcaraz 23, of course, Wimbledon final. But Djokovic won the first set, 6-1. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I guess you just under pressure and well, at least Djokovic is on the board at least in the set. But maybe he does feel the pressure. Maybe kind of is human. He feels the pressure sometimes. And there was of course, in the Wimbledon 22 final, beat Kyrgios. And this is why you sort of think, well, Kyrgios, I think he does have the game. Maybe he just play some just ridiculous shot. Kind of the shot between the legs, this kind of tweener shot, and just doesn't play percentage tennis, Kyrgios. Kind of tries to sort of win the crowd a little bit with his kind of humor or antics on the court, but it's just not tennis. But I think he's just got talent, absolute talent. Kyrgios, maybe a little bit like a Mark Philippoussis, who made 2 Grand Slam finals, lost Wimbledon to Sampras, and he lost the US to Rafter. Maybe similar kind of personalities in a way. Yeah, so looking at going to the likes of Sinner, current ranking of 4, which is okay. So Sinner, 69%. And he's actually on he's on an 8-match win streak. But those 3 prior to the Australian Open were actually at the Davis Cup. World Group. What does all that mean? World Group. In fact, he beat Djokovic. Yeah, so he beat Djokovic at the Davis Cup. He beat Dimina Davis Cup. And he beat this other, I don't know, someone. And so where does he play best on? Well, he's got 70% on hard court, 76 on indoor hard, 65 clay, and 58 grass. So typically doesn't seem to play well on grass. It says indoor hard court for some reason. Indoor hard 76 compared to 70 on hard court. So typically hard court is on his best surface. But then again, so is Djokovic. So. But then again, I don't know. Had Alcaraz favourite over Djokovic. But Alcaraz, he just hit a bit of form. He just sort of peaked a little bit. And, okay. So a 4-1 Sinner. Okay, so 55.3 now, Djokovic to win the match. Pretty close, yeah. To win the set, Sinner 86.4. It's only a one break. But...
Next time, make a
And so actually the most likely outcome now is 5 sets Djokovic, 25.7%, compared to 4 sets, 24.4%. So it's interesting, isn't it, how the most likely outcome can actually shift. It's kind of shifted within the match. I'm not applying evasion, updating. It is a process. I have to find the actual match statistics of the wins on serve and then update that on my calculator. It is a process. Technically, you should be doing that every point. So, yeah. Someone standing right in front of the TV, like happens in a hostel. It's actually a hotel. I think it's a hotel. It's not branded as a hostel because maybe it just sounds better. But I think it is typically a hostel. But yeah, they probably just have single rooms. They probably have double rooms, and I'm sort of in I don't know, it's a 10-bed or 8-bed dorm.
Just another one more, and
What's going on here? 2 break points. 2 break points. Sinner 40-15, and now he's 92. He's 66.6% to win the game, 92.4 to win the set, and Djokovic still 53.3, and now the 5 sets is now 26.3.
Like model.
In terms of time duration, well, there's actually 2.7% that it's actually going to go for at least 4 more hours based on what's already occurred in terms of the time. So we could be looking at a long match here, and given the fact that yes, the most likely outcome is 5 sets. So and Djokovic is, well, he's now lost that game. So it's now 5-1 Sinner.
My boyfriend bring onions.
A couple of breaks, and now Sinner's turning for the set, and he's now 97.9 to win the set, and Djokovic 51.4 to win the match. So yeah, so it's basically 50-50. And so this is becoming a little bit somewhat a tragedy because I don't know. I got my ticket to the final, at least in the Garden Arena. I want to give commentary, so we need Djokovic playing. He's going for 25 slams, and hopefully Margaret Court's there as well. Obviously they're on equal record 24, as we know. And assume he does then go to get the 25, and he probably will, even if not this tournament, he will probably get the 25. Well, what about other records like doubles? Rattle over 31 doubles. Could he get to 31? Maybe not. I don't know. And of course, you've got so you've got 11 Australian Opens. and then you've got Nadal 14 French. So you can always keep breaking records. If you really want to claim yourself as a GOAT, I still think COVID is basically denied Djokovic 3 slams and maybe 10 million in prize money. I mean, how much prize money has Djokovic lost because of COVID? I mean, people are complaining, they're losing money or whatever because of COVID. What about Djokovic? In the order of maybe 10 million. Having said that, Serena Williams, of course. If we go to prize money, and I'll just bring it up now, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Serena Williams, 94. So 95 million prize money, 23 single slams, 39 slams, all up, but in particular 23. Venus Williams, 42.5 million. Ash Barty, in case you're interested, 24 million. So Ash Barty ranked 16 overall in terms of prize money, in terms of women. You've got the likes, of course, of Hingis, Sharapova, 38. Sharapova actually comes in 4. Simona Halep, impressive, 40 million, only behind Venus and Serena Williams. But if you go to men, then we've got 180 million Djokovic. This, of course, is in US. So 180 million Djokovic, Nadal 134, and Federer 130. So why has Djokovic got in the order of 85 million more than Serena Williams, given that the Grand Slams pay equal prize money? In fact, it was 50 years equal prize money at the US, and that's of course why they had sort of Billie Jean King, talking about this guest speaker at the US, and it's because the WTA do not pay as much as the ATP. And so why wasn't Serena Williams talking about this at the US Open? It was basically, the US were just trying to sugarcoat the whole situation. So yes, it is 50 years equal prize money, sure, 50 US, but because the WTA don't pay equal as the ATP, I guess Serena Williams has been denied in the order of about 85 million prize money, which I guess is, that's pretty significant if you compare that to, say, Djokovic being denied maybe 10 million because of COVID. I don't know. So, yeah. Pretty crazy world that we live in, yeah. But I don't know. Does it come down to the prize money, or does it come down to the? But then again, doubles doesn't really pay anything anyway. I mean, for example, if we look at the best doubles players, and I'll bring that up now. I'll just go to men. We had Mike Bryan break the record, 18 doubles. He overtook the John Newcombe record of 17. That occurred around about when Federer was kind of breaking records. And we've got Mike Bryan, 16.7 million. And he broke the record to go to 18 slams, almost as much as Roger Federer, who's sitting on 130 million. So has Mike Bryan been denied in the order of 100 million just because he's a good doubles player instead of a good singles player? I don't know. I mean, how do you sort of, I guess there is no sponsorship, there is no money in doubles. So why play doubles? Well, Mike Bryan is obviously not a good singer. He's a talented doubles player, so I guess he has to play doubles. But then again, well, you look at say Rob Fay in royal tennis. Now what's Rob Fay's prize money? Well, I'll have a look. I'll just go to Google, and I'll just put in Rob Fay. Total prize money. I don't know how much is Rob Fay worth. How much Rob Fate earned?
I was drinking this. I'm drinking this one.
Oh no, I can't really. Doesn't sort of give me just a figure, but it's not going to be much. I mean, roll tennis. I mean, Rob Fay, total income, or net worth 2023, maybe 1 million to 5 million. Yeah, and he has won. I don't know how many slams he won. 50. I don't know. Just an incredible amount. He just dominated for what 25 plus years. I think in Royal Tennis, he was pretty much unbeatable. It was just winning pretty much every slam, world championships. But it's Royal Tennis, and I guess he made that decision. Yes, maybe he could have played lawn tennis, but for Royal Tennis. So maybe that's fair enough. Maybe you should play lawn tennis. I don't know, but I don't know. But yes, if you look at the let's bring back my restream. Yeah, so I think the issues is yes, maybe COVID. I think Djokovic being denied for not being able to play because of not being COVID vaccinated. And that's just ridiculous. And so yes, he's denied 2 slams. Well, 2020 was cancelled. We understand that. But prize money, maybe 10 million, and maybe rankings as well. Did he lose the number 1 ranking as a result of not being able to play? And then Serena Williams. She had a point. She made a point about this issue that women are not paid the same amount as men on the WTA compared to the ATP. I don't know, 95 million, Djokovic 160 million. So, anyway, they're the stats. You can make what you want of it. Back to the tennis. And of course doubles as well. Oh yeah, maybe doubles is 16 million. Mike Bryan, 18 doubles, 22 total. Compared to Roger Federer, 130 million. Okay, back to the tennis. Okay, so yeah, Sinner took the first set. And Djokovic won the first game. So he won his opening game. It's on serve. So Djokovic 52.9 doing that. Incidentally, just from the outset of the second set, it was basically 57.7% Djokovic. Still a favourite, but I haven't updated. I haven't used Bayesian, and I haven't. These predictions from the outset were 6 months out of date. Keeping that in mind, 50.7 from the outset of the second set. There's a 61.8% chance Djokovic winning the set from the outset, but of course he won the first game, and Sinner up 15 love, so it's now 64.4 Djokovic to win this set, and 51.9 Djokovic to win the match, and the most likely outcome 5 sets Djokovic 27.2% compared to 4 sets 24.6, and for Sinner to win his most likely outcome is actually 4 sets 17.8. Compared to straight sets, 13.6, and 5 sets, 16.8. And in terms of time duration, well, there's a 0.4%. It's actually going to go more than 4 hours, given that I don't know how long we actually played for. I probably played for, 40 minutes. So yeah. I remember Sinner, he's wearing a cap at night time, which completely makes no sense. I think he just wears a cap all the time. And maybe it's just a momentum thing, or just I don't think it's fashion. I just think he just feels more comfortable wearing a cap. And there isn't really a lot of sun out there, so yeah, he just wears a cap all the time. Like Hewitt. But Hewitt was fashion, obviously. He wasn't even wearing the cap. The correct, if there is a correct way, I don't know, but he was wearing the cap sort of with the peak to the back, if you can remember. How old? I know Sinner must be pretty young. Let's look at his age. We're born 2001, so 23. 16th of August, 2001. With prize money of 17 million. If we do a bit of I'll just go to have a look at some of their head-to-head match statistics. Sinner Djokovic. Maybe we get a little bit of an insight into their game. Okay, I'm just going to read out the match statistics against all players, and this is on all surfaces. I could filter that to hardcourt. I could filter anything, but I'll just start with. And so yes, overall. Yeah, so first serve percentage. Yeah, Sinner's only 58.6 on first serve percentage. Djokovic quite high, 64.9, and maybe that's why he's not winning. I guess a lot of 3 points off first serve, but he's getting a high percentage in, and his percentage one is 74.3, and on the second serve, a 55.7, and you compare that to say Sinner. First serve 58.6, and then first serve win 72.8 compared to 74.3 Djokovic, and second serve 53.2 compared to. So overall, Djokovic is actually winning 67.7% on the serve, and 64.7 for Sinner. But on the return, Djokovic up at 42.2, so that is pretty high, which is what you expect, and Sinner 40.7 on the return. And in particular, the second serve return, Djokovic winning 55.3 compared to Sinner 53.2. Okay, so I'll just sort of filter that now head to head on the matches that only Sinner played Djokovic. Okay, so when we look at head to head, so Djokovic, he leads 4-2, so he's won 66.7% of matches. Okay, so first serve percentage, Djokovic 63.1, 60.4. Now if you look at the first serve win percentage, Djokovic 78%. Very high, and of course, a Sinner only down at 68.2, and second serve 56.3. And so for some reason, yeah, what that sort of indicates is Djokovic's statistics are better playing Sinner than playing overall players. So Sinner typically doesn't play well against Djokovic, but they've only played 6 matches. It is a little bit of a low sample size, but and on the return, first return win percentage. Djokovic 31.8, second serve 48.9 against Sinner, so he's slightly down on the return against Sinner against overall players. Yeah, so it seems that he's sort of down. Yeah, so Sinner's playing better against Djokovic, obviously on the return compared to on the serve. He can't handle the Djokovic serve. So you can do a filter. So on court, you can just bring up all the match statistics. You can filter on period, on the round, on the surface, the tour, and the opponent, whether it's all players or whether it's just head. You can put in your own categories as well. I don't know. You can put on the height of the play. You can just put in your own sort of category, which is kind of interesting as well. So, but essentially, it comes all the match statistics, probably for the last 20 years or something. Could just sort of backfill in this data. It doesn't go back to sort of the Sampras days. The data. So the data is only sort of more sort of 2000 plus. But it's good. It's a good piece of software. It used to have predictions on there, but their predictions are not very good. But anyway, I'll just go to their predictions just to have a look. Where do I get the predictions from? Okay, get it under. Oh, hang on. I think I get the predictions from under head-to-head. I'll predict here. Here we go. So we've got default predict hard. Sinner Djokovic is now sort of calculating. I got no idea what their model is, but it's coming in at final probability. Djokovic 74.7. Well, in fact, I had something like that, didn't I? I had 71 or something. So, but I don't know what their model is. I've seen like, I don't know, Nadal less than 50% or something. I don't know, against some random player or something on clay. So it. I don't know how they calculate this. The other thing is you can sort of set various parameters to alter the predictions. So I don't know what all that means. So yeah, I wouldn't use Encore for their predictions. I'd use the Baron for predictions, and I wouldn't use the predictions that they give on the Australian Open coverage because it's complete nonsense. Some of the predictions I've seen on there. I don't know where they get their predictions from, and what sort of models they use. I don't know what's going on here. It's 3-1 Sinner. This is kind of getting a little bit serious, guys. Yeah, it's 3-1 Sinner, a 6-1 Djokovic on serve, and it's now 65.7 Sinner to win the match, and to win the set 75.8. And now the most likely outcome is actually Sinner, 3 sets, 28.9, and the next outcome is Djokovic 5, 25%, and Sinner 4 sets, 21.4. So this is kind of, you can see what I mean. It's I mean, sure, have a close match, but we don't exactly want Sinner winning. I mean, I'm going to be at the tennis on Sunday, giving commentary Djokovic going for record 25 slams. So well, that was kind of the plan. And so it's got quite a bit of a skewness here. If you look at the time remaining, because no, in fact, it doesn't have a skewness. Now, I guess if it doesn't really have a skewness, just the fact that from the outset, because Djokovic wasn't exactly dominant from the outset, in other words, from the outset, I had 65.4 Djokovic. I only had him sort of 70%. If he was in order 90+%, and let's suppose Sinner then got up a set and then on a break, then yes, you could expect a bit of a comeback, and so the skewness or the excess kurtosis could actually be quite large, but that is typically not the case. And in fact, if you look at the skewness is only 0.01, and the excess kurtosis is negative or negative 0.99, and for normal distribution, the excess kurtosis is actually, I'm talking about the coefficient of excess kurtosis of the amount of time remaining in the match, and that's at negative 0.99 hours. And so it doesn't have a lot of risk involved, is what I'm sort of saying. If it was positive, yeah, then it would have a certain amount of risk. Standard deviation 0.72 and coefficient of variation 0.34. But the mean time remaining 2.12 hours, and that's remained. So they may have played over an hour, but we've still expect to have 2.12 hours remaining. So at least 2 hours, and the chance of the match going for more than 2 hours is actually 56%. For more than 2.5 hours, 32%. And if we go to the more extreme, more than 4 hours, 0.1%. So that's assuming, of course, that Djokovic was to then win in 5, or the match was to go to 5 sets. And that's typically not the case because Djokovic was not the dominant player from the outset. It was only sort of 71%. And that's reflected, of course, in the skewness at only 0.01 and the excess kurtosis, which in fact is actually negative. So, yeah, you can see how it all sort of, it's all sort of related in a way. Okay, so Djokovic held Sinner on serve, and now 64.2 Sinner to win, and to win the set 72.2, and to win the game Sinner 77.2. If you want that sort of amount of detail. I don't know. Maybe it is just pressure. He did lose. He lost the calendar slam, lost to Medvedev. Should have really won that match. Lost to Alcaraz, 86.6. Wimbledon last year, and lost to Alcaraz. Yes, he's winning matches. He handles pressure when it's close, but when kind of these records, or when these and maybe that was the same with Serena Williams. See, she was on 23. Yes, she had a baby, but the post baby came back, played tennis, made 4 consecutive finals, and lost. And of course, she was going for the record, or the equal record, 24. Margaret Court record at that time. Djokovic wasn't on 23. Maybe there is sort of that pressure or expectation of getting to the records and becoming GOAT. It's all about becoming GOAT. But I don't know, Ash Barty. Well, I don't know. But if you look at the situation, Ash Barty, when she was playing, let me just bring up Ash Barty in terms of her stats. Let's just bring up Ash Barty. Let's just talk Ash Barty. I just want to talk Ash Barty. It's coming up current rank, Ash Barty 900 or greater than 900. Yeah, so maybe you sort of, I think you just lose your rank anyway. If you haven't played in the previous year, then you lose all the points anyway. So, but okay, so Ash Barty, yeah, so she won 77% of matches. What was Djokovic? 85% of matches. Yes, hardcourt 77%. Grass was 82%. Of course, played best on grass. She lost 7 matches on grass. 133. General height 166 centimeters. Yeah, I mean she was pretty short. But I don't know. Obviously, women are going to be shorter than men anyway. But yeah, I mean, you know, in terms of movement, having too much height can be a little bit of a disadvantage. But of course, it's good on serve, assuming you have a good serve. The Ash Barty serve was solid. The technique, I think, was solid. Okay, so last matches. Let me just look at the. Yeah, so it's got a breakdown of matches, and so typically from the years, so 2019, so 2017. To 2021, that was when she was, she was winning. I can't bring up the percentage, but yeah, 2000. Okay, so prior to 2017, it looks like she won. Yeah, she didn't actually play. She came on the tour, 2017. She won 42, lost 17. 2018, excellent record. 2019, particularly good record. Okay, so titles. Oh, hang on, 2000. I don't know what to make of this. It's not correct. Anyway, so she came on the tour. Yeah, it looks like 2011. At least in Grand Slam. So she qualified. She was in qualifying rounds. First round US Open, qualifying rounds Wimbledon. Hang on. So 2013, she made the second round French Open, US Open, and then 14, 15, 16, not particularly good years. But then suddenly she hit 2017. So 2017, she made the third round of both Australian US. 2018, third round Australian Wimbledon, and fourth round US, second round Garros. But then 2019, she won Roland Garros. So that was the first time. So she plays best on grass, but yet won the French, which is a weaker surface. I don't. How do you actually explain that? The other thing is, how can you go from only reaching the fourth round to US in 2018, and then 2 slams later, she made the quarters at the Australian, the best performance at a slam, and then suddenly wins the Roland Garros, which is somewhat impressive to typically you sort of get to the finals before you sort of win a slam. So, and then she made fourth round, Wimbledon US. 2020, I don't know what happened 2020. It looks like she didn't play in the she only played the Australian, but didn't play in Roland Garros, Wimbledon US. But 2021 won Wimbledon, and then 2022 won the Australian. So it's kind of strange, isn't it? That she's won 3 slams, but her other Grand Slam records. Well, she's obviously never lost a final, but never sort of reached a final, and hasn't really reached the semis either. So I don't know how you sort of explain that. It's not a typical sort of Grand Slam record. And then, of course, retires in 22 after winning the Australian, ranked number 1. and so she had a very good record, a very good streak. She holds the 4th record in terms of consecutive streak as number 1, only behind Serena Williams, Navratilova, Steffi Graf, and something like, was it 7th all time in terms of the number 1 weeks spent as number 1. So it's impressive. I guess the only thing is, why are her performances so poor in the Grand Slams that she didn't win? Why are her performances not very good? Doesn't really make sense, does it? How can your performances not be very good in the other slams and yet win 3 slams? And also be number 1 for such a long period of time, particularly, I guess, after winning Roland Garros 2019, and then all of 2020, 2021, she was pretty much number 1. So over 3 years, she was number 1 for a very long period of time. And then wins the Australian, first Australian to win the Australian Open since Mark Edmondson 1976, which of course Hewitt failed. He made the final, lost to Safin. And again, Pat Rafter, yes, he won 2 US. And who else was there? Stosur, who won the US against Serena Williams in that kind of controversial final. I don't know, maybe Ash Barty goes. And she did win 1 doubles, and she didn't perform very well. I think she lost first round in the Olympics she played in, but she did win the mixed doubles, so she does hold an Olympic gold, but that was in mixed doubles. So she does play quite well in doubles, and also the fact she won a slam in doubles. But I think it's more to the point, she just didn't play for very long. I mean, she retired at 25. But having said that, she's now taking up golf. So I think that's pretty good. And she was playing Test cricket. She was playing Test cricket. I don't know. I could have a look at her Test cricket. I don't know if she was exactly. I don't know what her record or statistics are in Test cricket, but was playing Test cricket. I think in a book she was talking about she had no inspiration to play professional golf. That wasn't something she was even thinking of. But now she's playing golf. And the other thing I noticed is she wrote the book. The book My Dream Time was written by Ash Barty. So the other, Naomi Osaka is published a book. Elaine Dockey, Roger Federer, but they didn't write the book. Ash Barty has actually written this book. I don't know. So obviously, once she retired, after winning the Australian Open in 2022, she then went ahead and then wrote and published the book, which has become the number 1 bestseller, and of course had a baby, born 1 week, of course, after the Baron's birthday, 4th of July, which was the US Independence Day for that particular year. Just coincidentally. So it's impressive, I think. And now she's taking up, or what appears to be, professional golf. She's playing in the Auckland Open, I believe. I know. I'll just bring up a media on Ash Barty. I just like looking at Ash Barty. What's happening with the tennis? I know it's 5-2 Sinner, but anyway, we'll come back to tennis. Typing golf. Ash Barty. On the golf course, retired Grand Slam Ash Barty is preparing for a nerve-wracking experience when she makes a competitive sporting comeback on the golf course in New Zealand. Barty shocked the sporting world when she announced her retirement, aged 25, following her Australian Open triumph in 2022, has been announced as the headline act at the New Zealand Open in Queenstown in February. So she plays off a handicap of 4, has balked at any talk of a return to competitive sport, having recently given birth to a first child, Hayden, in 2023. So, and also it says that former Australian cricket captain, so Barty's going to tee up in the Pro-Am component at Queenstown Resort with former Australian cricket captain Ricky Ponting also in the field. With Barty, who will be playing the opening 3 rounds with the professionals in a bid to make the final round cut, the trophy. She quotes, having the opportunity to play in the Pro-Am event in 2024 is something I'm excited about, though I definitely need to start practicing. Golf has always been a passion of mine. I feel fortunate to be able to play in events like the New Zealand Open and experience an incredible course like Melbourne. I don't know, maybe I should go to New Zealand to watch Ash Barty play at the Auckland, at the New Zealand Open at the course of Millbrook. Should I just fly to Auckland to watch Ash Barty play? I don't know, maybe give some commentary on tennis and Ash Barty, and maybe on golf. But she plays off a handicap of 4. So I don't know, she's gone from elite cricket to tennis, 3 slams, and now to golf. And of course had a baby after just shortly after retiring from tennis at the age of 25, and published a book written by Ash Barty. Not. I mean, she didn't get someone else to write the book. She wrote the book herself, and it's a #1 bestseller. And also dominated in terms of #1 ranking, winning, I don't know, I could look at how many titles she won on the WTA Tour, along with 3 slams and 1 double slam for 4 slams. I think that's pretty impressive overall, yeah. I'm quite a big fan of Ash Barty. Okay, so, yeah, I've got to get back to the tennis. At least this match. Okay, so yeah, 5-2. A 5-2, and it's kind of Sinner here. It's just kind of turning out to be he's now basically 75.9% to win the match and 98.8%. Well, it's set point, in fact. And he's 98.8 to win the set. Well, it's back to juice, but I don't know. It's really not looking good at all. In fact, I've got Sinner 75.9 to win the match. So yes, so from the outset, from the start of the match, 71% Djokovic to win the match. From the start of the second set, roughly 51% Djokovic to win the match, and now we're almost 2 sets to love Sinner, and it's now shifted 75.9 for Sinner to win the match. So, and now he's got another set point at Sinner. Okay, and now he's just won the second set. Sinner. And that now takes him to 76.4. So it doesn't make much difference because he was pretty much going to win that set anyway. So he's gone to 76.4. Sinner to win the match. And as a result of winning the two sets, presumably his stats are probably better than Djokovic. So it would actually be slightly higher than 76.4 if you use some sort of Bayesian. And I got 61.8 for Djokovic to win the next set, but again, that's probably more 50-50. So yeah, it's just not looking good at all. But having said that, in terms of the momentum and back to the wall effect, which I don't factor in, the most number of 5 sets is the back to the wall, where the better player comes back from 2 sets to love down and then wins in 5 because of the back to wall. Because of the fact that these players don't have the belief that they can beat the top players. And in fact, there's about a 4% difference in winning psychological as a result of the scoreboard. So just having the scoreboard present gives you that a sort of an additional 5% of even winning the match, which is kind of interesting in itself. Now I was going to bring up Elena Dokic. I think Elena Dokic is she made 4 in the world, and I was just reading a book, and we're talking a lot of sort of trauma. I'm not going to sort of mention too much about it because I don't exactly know about it. I was just reading the book, but yes, she did have a lot of sort of trauma, particularly with her sort of family, and again, I'm not going to talk too much about it. But if we just look at Dokic, I think she got booed on the court for some reason. I can't remember exactly. I don't know. Why don't I have any sort of stats? Okay, maybe I don't have the stats of Elena Dokic because it's not covered on court. I'll just close down the program and bring it up again. I don't know if I've got the stats on Elena Dokic. I don't know. What can I get Dokic? There you go, Elena Dokic. Yeah, it's a bit. Okay, I don't have any results on Elena Dokic. Just due to the fact that she was born 1983, so she's So she's 40. What does that make her? 40? Yeah, that'd be 40, wouldn't it? Yeah. But yeah, the database, I don't know it doesn't go back to earlier matches for some reason. So she obviously played a lot earlier. But I think it's worth reading maybe these books. So maybe read the Yashbadi, maybe read the Dokic book, Fearless, I think it was called, and maybe the Naomi Osaka book's only just been published. I know she had various sort of health conditions or something, and again she's just had a baby and she's making a comeback, I believe. Did she play in the? I don't know, let me just bring up Naomi Osaka. My database is playing up a bit here. I'm gonna have to. Here we go, Naomi Osaka. Okay, yeah, she's played. Yeah, she's played three. She's played three matches. She came back, played in the Brisbane International, and in fact, she won that match. She got a wild card into the international. She won that match in straight sets. So her comeback, her last match back in 2022, 22nd September 2022, she had a walkover. So she retired. The last match she won, she had a whole peak here where she lost, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, 3 different tournaments. So going back to 20, she actually beat, it was basically first round at this whatever a classic tournament, where she won 3 sets. And even then lost first round Paris, French Open 22. Having said that, so you have to go back, I guess, to Miami. The Miami Open. I think the Miami Open might be a premier tournament, and she beat Belinda Bencic, seeded 22, in the semis. So she had a lot of success. This is going back to 22. So April, March, then to March 22, she had a really good run in the Miami and beat the likes of Kerber, 13th seed, Muchova, Danielle Rose Collins, seeded 9. She beat Belinda Bencic, and then she lost to Iga Swiatek in the final in straight sets. That was back in 22. So since April 22, she wasn't able to win. Really wasn't winning matches at all. She just completely collapsed. She won just the odd match in the first round against some sort of just random player, and then she kind of stopped playing tennis. So from so again lost to Swiatek final, and then from the end of April 22 to September, in that sort of patch, most of 2022, she wasn't able to win a match, and then stopped playing tennis, and of course had a baby, has now come back, started 24, and won a first round match as a wild card against a player, I don't know, but she won straight sets, and then lost to Pliskova in the second round of the Brisbane, again just recently played in Brisbane, and then lost her first round match at the Australian to Caroline Garcia, 16th seed, 6-4, 7-6. So I guess just the fact that she was able to win a match coming back is something. Could she then get to the form and then win a Grand Slam? Well, it doesn't exactly appear so, but I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a long way to tell. How old is she? Well, she was born 1997. What does that make her? 27? Yeah, so she's 27. Still relatively young. I guess you could argue maybe 27 to 32. You could still be at your peak. Obviously, Djokovic on 36, but anyhow. But so maybe 6 years. But I think a book could be somewhat inspirational, and maybe I may read the book. But she did win 4 slams. She won 4. She won more singles than Ash Barty. Ash Barty won 3. Naomi Osaka 4. At least in singles, Ash Barty did win a doubles. So I don't know who's better, Ash Barty or Naomi Osaka. Well, in terms of number one, Ash Barty holds a better record than Naomi Osaka, and I guess won more WTA titles. Okay, so what's happening here? Djokovic won the first game, second set. Well, I don't know, still. guess the interesting thing is, why has Ash Barty chosen golf over tennis as a comeback? Is also, I guess, quite interesting. Obviously, golf. I don't know. Maybe it's got longevity. Obviously, tennis is intensive. Golf you can play obviously later in career. So how many years does Ash Barty have in golf? Is again quite kind of interesting. But she did say in a book that she had no intention to be playing golf at an elite level. But of course, the book was published. I don't know when it was published. Maybe I don't know, a year ago or so. But at least in terms of Australian tennis, since I don't know, I'd have to in terms of the Barron Rossi tennis, Ash Barty has been the most successful player, without a question. And so, who was it Margaret Court before Ash Barty or Goolagong? I don't know. I don't have. It was before my time, so I'd have to look at when Margaret Court sort of stopped playing. I think 75, and when the Goolagong stopped playing. Yes, Laver 77. So maybe Laver. I guess it's also interesting. Yes, Ash Barty, she has gone to playing, elite level golf, and not say taking up coaching, which is probably a sort of an easy option, if you know what I mean. In terms of the media are not going to. Media are obviously going to comment on a performance in golf because that's what the media do. So. Just follow the Ash Barty trail in golf. I mean, it could be done, but I don't know. I have to be traveling almost anywhere. But if it's convenient, of course, I'll go and watch Ash Barty play golf. In terms of golf, I remember watching Greg Norman play, and he won that title, a tournament in Sydney. I thought was pretty good. And you're kind of pretty close to the players, if you know what I mean, like a couple of meters away, sort of thing. Yeah. Now notice that Ash Barty, she's got a foundation. I'm just going to have a look at that foundation because I'm not familiar with it. Sort of bring up now the Ash Barty Foundation. What exactly is it? I don't know. I don't know. What is it? It's got here Australian government, Australian charities and not-for-profit. I don't know. Has it got a website? It must have a website. I don't know. Maybe I'm on a government side. I'm on the wrong side. I'll just bring up the party. Oh, here we go. The Ash Barty Foundation. Okay, welcome to the Ash Barty Foundation. After trying 2020, Ash Barty, envisioning her dream beyond her professional sporting career, exploring ways she could continue to work with various communities, help encourage, inspire, influence the next generation, learn more. I don't exactly know what it is. Purpose of the AB Foundation is to help inspire and give us many young people the opportunity to succeed using sport and education as a vehicle. A passion and sense of playing days, Ash believes it's pivotal for all young people, particularly underrepresented groups, to have the best support to access equal opportunities. It's not really clear. I don't quite understand what it's trying to. I mean, how is it going to achieve that? Yeah, obviously education, yes, but I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. I just go to our work. Just don't know. It's just not really clear. What is it trying to? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll contact the Ash Barty Foundation and see if I can, I don't know, help out in some ways. It says donate now. You can donate to the Ash Barty Foundation. I don't know. Maybe we should just all donate. You can donate into amount. Can you donate $1? I think you could donate $1. So if you all donate $1 or a gold coin, well, that's, I don't know, that is $5,000, but I don't know. But I don't know. If I donate $1, will Ash Barty know that the Baron has donated? Or if I donate $10 or whatever? Maybe not. So, but anyway, there is the Ash Barty Foundation about helping young people, particularly underrepresented groups, maybe minority, maybe sort of, I don't know, Aboriginal communities potentially, or areas sort of outer cities, country areas, ones that typically don't maybe have access to education, and maybe she's sort of helping these groups or kids in some ways. I don't know exactly how. Okay, so back to the match. Djokovic. In fact, so he's got a couple of points on the center serve. He's making a bit of a comeback here. So yeah, so he's obviously up 2-1, and now it's sort of 30-15. Having said that, we're talking quite a big comeback, but I noticed that a lot of tennis players have a foundation. Obviously, the Roger Federer, the most common, but there is the Andre Agassi Foundation. A lot of tennis players, and probably a lot of sports. Athletes in general build a foundation, which I think is good. But you know, is it sort of, does it really sort of make a difference at the end of the day? I mean, and why not work with an existing foundation, or I guess contribute the money into maybe an existing foundation, rather than set up your own foundation. It's you know, a lot of sort of paperwork and a lot of sort of costs involved, overheads involved in actually building a foundation. So okay, so Sinner held to all. And Sinner 77 to win the match. Djokovic. Well, I got Djokovic 60.1 to win the set, but I haven't used sort of Bayesian here. So getting out the sun, because the sun kind of comes across throughout the day, and it makes it difficult to with the glare on the computer screen. I'm just going to get my phone actually, because I've been charging my phone. Okay, just got my phone. So it should be fully recharged now, which it is. I'm now charging my phone twice a day. Typically in the mornings and the afternoon, because I just ran out of battery now. The YouTube streams, it really just turns up the battery, and there's really no way around that. I don't know, better phone maybe, I don't know. The batteries just don't last, so you end up having to recharge, a couple of times a day. Otherwise, you're just going to run out of charge. And even laptop, I'm not plugged in. I'm now down to 42% on the laptop. I can't really plug this in. There's no power adapter to where I'm sitting. It's not really set up to be doing kind of commentary in a hostile kitchen. I mean, think about it. So. Sort of getting a little bit hungry as well. I didn't really. I had sort of something to eat, but quite early mornings. But I'm going to go to there is a vegetarian or typically more sort of Krishna restaurant that I've been going to the last couple of days, but I think it's now closed on today. But there's another restaurant, vegetarian, I think next to it. So I'll just go there, and then I'll probably head to. I don't know. I'm thinking of some nightlife, Chapel Street. I'm assuming being a Friday night and also Australia Day, there should be some sort of nightlife or clubs. Otherwise, I could just go to tomorrow night. Now, the other thing is, yes, I was going to go to the exhibition. So the the Diana. I'll just bring that up now. The Diana exhibition is in Melbourne. I think I saw it I think it was on in Vegas as well, but I didn't go to it in Vegas. Okay, Princess Diana experience. Again, I don't know much about it. I mean, she obviously died quite a long time ago. Probably before most of our kind of you know what I mean. Like it was just such a long period of time, a long time ago, that most people don't really recall the years of Diana anyway. But I don't know. I might just try. I might learn a little bit of history. Maybe learn about a little bit about the royal family. I don't really know a lot about it. I haven't really studied it a lot. But it's on in Melbourne, so at least the exhibition. I think if you're going during the week, it's cheaper. But I don't know. I might have to go tomorrow because I don't know if I've got the time. I don't know if I've got the time. I'm going away Monday anyway. Yes, I'm coming back to Melbourne. Okay, so it's not open 29:30. Where is it? Today, what's it? So today's the 26th. You can't get a ticket. Yeah, tomorrow $35. Sunday 35. I could get a ticket on the 31st, which is the Wednesday. I'm not going to be here. I'm not actually going to be here anyway. But it is $24. During the week, it's cheaper if you wanted to get it cheaper. But then again, on Thursday, it's $29. Yeah, so it's only open Wednesday to Sundays. And Saturday, Sundays, it's $35 on the weekend. Thursday, Friday, $39. But if you're on a Wednesday, it's only $24. So you could save, essentially $11. Maybe I just do that when I come back from. It only takes about an hour. I've got a maths workshop. So maybe I just go. I can go 9 a.m. and maybe I just get to the workshop. I don't know, a bit later on the Wednesday. I potentially could do that. So I could do that on the 7th. So I'm back on the 5th. On the 5th, I've got the convention. So on the 7th, I could go. In fact, it closes at 3. So it's open from 9 till 3 on a Wednesday, and you can get for $24. Or I could just go tomorrow, but I have to pay $35. I don't know. Maybe I just do that. Just the fact that I do have this work convention. Maybe I'll just work that out tomorrow, depending what I'm doing tomorrow. I thought what is also quite good, the fact that, yes, you can cycle. You can cycle around Melbourne. They have bike paths. And I could do a 30K sort of loop around Melbourne, which kind of goes past the Yarra River, then I think goes sort of via the zoo, and then back to Melbourne. So I'm thinking of doing that, and it's not that much. It's only about $40 or something to hire a bike from the day. I can get it from the just from the just opposite where the Crown Towers are. I may do that on the weekend. I come back the weekend of next week prior to the mass workshop, and may just hire a bike for the day. Okay, so it's now hit 3 all. And again, Djokovic win the match 77.4. Oh, sorry, Sinner to win the match 77.4. But obviously that's going to shift. I mean, if for example, let's suppose we just say, I don't know, Sinner wins this Sinner breaks serve now on the Djokovic. then that 77 goes to 91.7. So you can see what I mean. And so we're talking very important games now because it's getting near the end of close of the set. So the points or the games have different value in the match just based on the structure, and we talk about the importance as a result. So where do you want to expend your energy? Well, you want to expend your energy on the more important games, obviously, and I guess less energy on the. So what does that mean? Is you want to I guess take more risk on the serve, but also obviously chase down balls. So use all your energy and conserve energy on the lesser important points or games by not putting all your effort into running down these balls. Because you're just going to typically sort of tie yourself out if you know what I mean. You don't have time to recover all the time. So it looks pretty comfortable, 40-15 at least on serve. So my tea. I think it could be cold now, but. So the nightlife in Melbourne is fantastic. So, and that's what I'm planning tonight. And around sort of Chapel Street, sort of Prahran, South Yarra Prahran, along Chapel Street. It's good. If you want clubs, you want bars, you want kind of music. It's probably the best I've come across. But yeah, if you want, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock onwards, I'll probably head out probably after this match anyway, and I sort of need to get something to eat, and then I'll catch a tram, I think I can get 2 trains to get to Windsor. I can get a couple of trams. Well, I mean, a train, or I could get a couple of trams. But I'm saying the city, so it's all pretty close anyway. And watch the match. So maybe just give some commentary from tonight, wherever I am. I don't know what happened there. He was missed like an easy backhand. Just typically missing a lot of backhands. I don't know. I'll just look at the match stats. I should be able to get the match stats off the site. Where do I go? Strain open. Yeah, official site. Preview. Where do I get the match statistics? I don't exactly know. They're not very user friendly, these sites anymore. They just put a whole lot of just nonsense stuff on there. Maybe I just go to live scores or something. I don't know where I can get the match statistics, but anyway, it just appears it's just making a lot of unfills there. So that would appear to be the. Maybe we'll just do a Google. Djokovic Sinner match statistics, AO or something like that. No. Oh, if I looked at it long enough, I would probably get the match stats, but I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna bother because it's just gonna take too long. Been streaming this like an hour and a half. Does it go live Facebook? I guess so. I'll just take a look on my phone. Or maybe it just uploads it. Okay, yeah, it does upload it live, yeah, so that's pretty good. I think. It's live now, yeah. So it uploads it live on Facebook. That's good. So it's on the YouTube, and it's coming through on Facebook Live. And so yeah, I should be able to get some traffic. And I think that's fine. I don't think you need the on the one screen. On the one screen, do I need to be putting the live stream? Well, I don't think it matters when you've got Grand Slams, because everyone's they're gonna be watching it anyway. So they just bring up their. I don't know, you just have your phone on the side and you can just listen to the Baron's commentary. I mean, I think that's fine. And calculator. Well, again, if you could download a calculator, once I set that up. You just download the calculator, and you can just access it yourself. I've just got to update the calculator and upload it back onto my site, and you just use the strategic game site. Because it's good, yeah. It's good to sort of play around yourself on the calculator. I mean, I'm just telling you statistics, but you kind of, yeah, you need to sort of see it graphically, rather than just me sort of tell statistics, the predictions in itself. Okay, so for all.
Brian, I don't want to talk to you. I know one your
yeah, I just noted the Australia Day Honours Awards have just come out or coming out. I guess today being Australia Day. Um, okay, here's the full list. I guess there's sort of a rank here. Companion, I think is is that the highest, and AO and exactly understand it. Oh yeah, okay. So the companions, yeah, that's right. There's 4 companions, I think. Yeah, because they have quotas. So the companions, I don't know, someone David Vernon, I don't know, non-Newtonian fluid mechanics. I don't know. This person, Catherine Livingston, I don't know, tertiary education. I don't know something. Sorry, I don't know. To me, they don't really seem that significant, but anyway, that's the companions. Okay, officers. I think there's 10 or something in officers, or 15. There's quite a lot in officers. I don't know. I can't really see any particular names. I'm just sort of scrolling it through just pretty quickly. I just don't recognise any names from this, or any. I guess any athletes for that matter. And then the next category is AM. I don't believe there's a quota on AM. The problem with the AM or the OAM, there is no quota. So does it really mean a lot if you don't have a quota? Whereas I guess you could argue that the officers and the companions at least have quotas, and there's only 4 companions. But then again, I don't know. I mean, the Nobel Prize medicine for a vaccine in COVID, which doesn't actually work and can actually cause blood clots, is a little bit concerning, if you know what I mean. So you have to kind of look at this in kind of perspective. Again, I don't sort of recognise any names or any particular athletes in itself. I mean, I guess you sort of spend a whole life and trying to achieve these sort of medals, but are they really significant? At the end of the day, we're in a bit of a conflict globally. We kind of have wars going on. We have a situation in the Middle East which is been going for 80 years or something. So you have to look at this. We've got a pandemic in terms of COVID, and yet, well, I don't know, no one is getting COVID, at least on the Barron's contacts. So I think we're achieving something, but I guess I don't exactly get recognised. The Barron doesn't really get recognised, but anyway. And of course, just the medals in itself, which is the OAM. What I think Ash Barty did she get an AO? Several years ago. Let me just have a look at Ash Barty. I think Ash Barty, Port of Australia. Yes, so AO, so Ash Barty, 2022 Officer of the Order of Australia, Australia's highest recognition for outstanding achievement and service for a service to tennis at the elite level and to youth development programs. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Ash Barty, AO, which is the highest, and there is a quota of 4. So I'm not completely against these kind of medals, but I just think, you know, who actually nominates is kind of questionable. I mean, you could just get a friend, you could just get a family member to essentially nominate you. Who's actually writing this kind of nomination? You could just write it yourself and get maybe just get a family member. Can anyone nominate anyone? I guess they can. So, and what does say an OAM? I mean, if you look at the number in the OAM, I know there is no quota. I know there could be just literally hundreds. The same with the AM, but again there is a quota in the AC and the AO. In fact, the AO is only 4, so I think that's pretty good. And Ash Barty did get an AO, so I think yeah, if you get an AO or an AC, I think that is an achievement. And Ash Barty achieved that, and of course David Walsh. David Walsh, I think, got an AC. I'll just verify that. Yeah, I don't want to sort of quote any of these awards. Yeah, it was for setting up, I think, Mona. Okay, yeah, David Walsh, AO. So he has got the highest. He did get the highest award. David Walsh as well. So, and also I think Roy Emerson, AO as well. Let me just check on that. And of course, Roy Emerson, 28 slams, the most achieved by a male player, a male tennis player. Yep, Roy Emerson, AO as well. I think it was sort of more recent. I think even maybe Kylie Minogue, you know, so yeah. Oh, hang on, Roy Emerson. No. Roy Emerson AO Australian Open. So Roy Emerson AC, which is a companion. So it's a second down from an AO. So Ash Barty has got a higher award than Roy Emerson. Okay, so back to my stream. I don't know, where's the predictions at? Well, it's 5-all. Yeah, so 5-all juice on Djokovic. Yeah. yeah, the sun just keeps coming across. So I'm going to have to just move a little bit with the sun. Because there's no kind of, there's no like kind of blinds or anything on the windows. Yeah, it is sort of a hostel. No. They claim it to be a hotel. Yeah. It's got a hotel branding. No, it's really good. At the end of the day, it's got some fantastic facility. There's a rooftop spa. There's a cinema. I could be watching this in a cinema, but I can't see it on my laptop. And there's also there's rooftops. There's balconies. It's got some really good facilities actually. Probably one of the better hostels that I've actually stayed at. I have to move again. Yeah, so the sun just keeps coming across as the day unfolds. It's actually pretty hot in here as well, as a result of the sun. Just checking it's 20 on outside, but it just feels really hotter because of the sun coming through the window, and there is no sort of curtain to block it out, or blinds or anything. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Some sort of is it what timeout or something? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. They've kind of. Again, consider my battery on my laptop. We've got 21% remaining, 34 minutes. I may just run out of battery. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's 5-all juice. So I should be able to last at least to this end of this set, and then I'll probably take a bit of a break. The Baron breaks. No pun, no. Yeah, so 79.2% Sinner to win the match. Okay, Djokovic now 6-5. I don't know, maybe a tie break. Okay, I might just I'll just log out temporarily and just resort to my phone actually, because the sun's just coming across and I'll be here for 20 more minutes and I'm kind of running out of battery. Okay, I'll be on momentarily. In fact, even the screens, I've lost them. Yeah. It's gone into power saver on as a result of the lack of battery. So I'm going to have to